Hey, what's up, YouTube? Pen here. So if you're new to the channel, I do tutorials, product reviews, and gaming. So this is going to be a update video to my Saints Row first impressions. It is sort of like a benchmark and did like a post commentary of me talking about my experiences. Really after like a mission and a half into the game, still early on. So here's the thing with Saints Row through the Epic Game Store. And I had today off for work, so I figured I'll do some content, post it on the channel. So as of this video, Saints Row is exclusively through the Epic Game Store if you plan to play this legally. So here's the thing. So when I do a quick launch on Saints Row, it's not going to launch immediately to the game. It's going to give me some options to choose from. So you should see it on the screen now. DirectX 12, which is recommended for my hardware. So that's going to include all the features, ray tracing and all that. Then there's DirectX 11 and then there's Vulkan. So Vulkan, after doing some research, was the option to where if you wanted the best performance, meaning that it removes ray tracing completely from the game option, which I didn't mind because when I switched to Vulkan, I switched to my 4K television and I had HDR enabled, and then the frame rate did go up. I did notice the boost in performance, especially in 4K. The issue with Saints Row isn't the story or the gameplay. I know it's a funny looking game. I went into it knowingly like, hey, this isn't going to be all that. Don't compare it to GTA. That's all cool and dandy, right? I'm not going to spoil it, but after the church mission, the game tanked to like 7 to 9 frames per second, and it was absolutely horrible. I know that I could have just have exited the game and restarted, but the performance is going deeper into the story. The more the performance is inconsistent to where, okay, doing the frame rate fix in game where you have to temporarily disable an option, enable it again, just so you can get above that 65 FPS cap, and then dealing with the inconsistencies as far as the game being extremely unplayable down into the single digits. I'm not rocking with that. As of right now, because the game is truly fun, and I meant everything about that when I did my first impression, I have more than 2 hours into the game. So through the Epic Game Store, if you have more than 2 hours into the game, you are not able to do a refund. Luckily, the money that I paid for Saints Row, which is like 60 bucks, I already made that back. So I'm not tripping off of it. I'm going to wait until this game gets a solid patch. I'm going to have the Epic Game Store launcher opened in the background on my PC so that when it goes live, I'll get the update immediately. And I'm going to be reading the patch, the release notes or new patch notes going along the release until further notice. So, cause the performance of this just is terrible as I was going deeper into the story, and it is fun. I love the characters. I love the interactions with the villains, the enemies, even among their friends and all that. I think that's really cool that the game is like this funny walking, but this sort of like Michael Bay experience. It sort of have like this funny, goofy style to it, which I like about it. Also, I knew things were backwards. This game does not support achievements. So as you progress through the game and as you complete missions, getting achievements should be the norm. It should be the standard when it comes to PC. If I go to my achievements, look what shows up. 0, 0, 0. So as you see, browse games that support achievements. And Saints Row is like nowhere to be found. I don't know if they plan on adding achievements later or if they just completely cut it out the game. But that just, threw me for a loop when I saw that. I'm like, wow, because I was noticing, nothing was popping up as I was playing through the title. And then I'm like, okay. And then I kept going back to this, and it's like, wow. So I went to this page, and it's just not officially supported. So as of right now, this is a follow-up to my first impressions. Look, I don't have an issue with the story or with the gameplay when the frame rate is actually acceptable. It just really comes down to the performance here of the PC release through the Epic Game Store. Right now, I would say out of all platforms, the PC for this particular title, because it's rare that I will say that, it's the worst version of the game at the date of this video. And only because of the major inconsistencies that you may come across, whether you're doing DirectX 12 or Vulkan, DirectX 11, it's too inconsistent to where it's fun, but you gotta do a whole lot of workarounds, or you gotta switch that, or you just gotta wait. And I'm just not about to do that. I want to wait for that patch, and then hopefully things can look better. And then when it's better, I'll post some more gameplay on my channel, and hopefully I can get this game completed within the next year or so. Just don't know. So this is Pen sign out. Thank y'all for watching this update. Peace out.